Hello everybody and welcome to another top 10 video. Today I am doing the top 10 board games that are actually great that I still don't want to play again. I mean, these are board games other people like and I'm like, no, or I'm done playing them or whatever. So if you want to tune into this, make sure you smash the like button. Let me know what games are good that you guys don't like whatever. And subscribe, ring the bell if you like top 10 lists. Let's get into this. Also, one more thing. These are all in the top 800 games of all time. So they're all good, voted by people. I think I already said that, but whatever. Let's get into it. No honorable mentions today. And I'm starting off with the controversial pick probably right from the start. My number 10 is Disney Villainous. I've played this like maybe 3 times or something. I should have wrote down my plays. Oh well, I played it about 3 times, and it's fun. It's just a little too random, and then everybody just attacks the person leading, and I don't really like that in games. In fact, you might see that on my list a little bit, because I'm a person that sometimes, at least when we're all learning a game, I could take a big lead, and then everybody's like, attack him. And then you end up losing after you should have won. I hate games like that. Anyway, Disney Villainous, I gave a 6 out of 10, but I don't really want to play it again. We have Star Wars Villainous. I like that theme a little better. So if we want to play a Villainous game, it's going to be Star Wars anyways. So that's my number 10, Disney Villainous. All right, my number 9 is a racing game that I actually think is good. I give it a 7 out of 10, and I still like it. It is Formula D, but I don't really want to play Formula D anymore because I have Heat Pedal to the Metal, which feels the same. Oh, it's right here. Look at that. Heat Pedal to the Metal, which feels the same, but it's faster, it's easier, less clunky. There's AI cars. Like, it's just better in my opinion. So that's my number 9, Formula D. That's my highest rated game on this list, by the way. So everything else I'm either gonna think is okay, not like, or think is bad. So we're gonna find that out. All right, my first game that I think is bad. Now this one's gonna be really controversial. They have 3 editions of this. I played the 2nd edition, and this is my number 8, Betrayal at House on the Hill. Yeah, you guys are probably gonna hate me for this. I don't know. I don't know why it's rated so good. The game feels so fun at the beginning. It really does. Exploring and flipping over the tiles, not knowing where you're going, is so fun. I know there's other games that do this that I want to try, but I haven't found one that I like. But I do love that mechanic. What I don't like is the haunt, having to go read a page of something to know what I'm doing, and then every single one is not balanced at all, really. Like, some of them are way more powerful. It depends on where you're at. Like, it's just gross. But the beginning of the game is fun. So take that with a grain of salt, I guess. I only give it a 4 out of 10, though. I'm not playing this game again. Right. That was my number 8, Betrayal at House on the Hill. All right, my number 7 is another haunted type of thing. This is Zombicide, and I believe I played the 2nd edition of Zombicide, and I just don't like the way it plays for some reason. I don't know, and it's hard. It's too luck-based because, I mean, you can have the best stuff, roll dice, and then die anyways, so it's way too luck-based for me. There's no mitigation of the dice either, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I played it. But we played this a few times, and I don't even know if we've ever won. To be fair, we played with experienced people that are like, oh, we got to try scenario 36 or something. So we never started with the easy stuff. But still, the game is just boring to me, I guess. So I give it a 4 out of 10. But people love it. People love miniatures. I mean, it's way too expensive for me. I'm not going to buy this game. But even if I did like it, probably. It's like $200 probably. But anyway, that's my number 7, Zombicide. My number 6 is a party game, I guess. But you don't really play with too many people. But I'm going to call it a party game. This is Wavelength. Wavelength is a game where you pick one of 2 ends. And then you say the word. And you put how likely you are to do it or whatever, and then your partner is supposed to guess. I hated this game. I don't know why, I just did. A lot of people love this game. Roast me in the comments if you like these games, by the way. I'll love to read them. I don't care what you say in the comments. It's engagement. I mean, if YouTube doesn't like it, it's going to get taken out. But you can roast me if you want. I won't get offended. Or if I do, who cares? Anyway, that's my number 6 wavelength. All right, my number 5 is Imperial Settlers. This game gives me the same feeling as Disney Villainous, where you can gain up on the leader. And I've only played this one time, and I was the better player at the table. Yeah, maybe I'm too competitive, whatever. But I was dominating the game. But the problem is, on the last turn, everybody can do one more fight or something, if I remember correctly. And all 3 other players attacked me. And when you get attacked, your cards are worth points at the end of the game, if I'm not mistaken. This has been over a year ago, so it's been a while. But I think your cards that you play, which are like buildings and stuff, they're worth points. But if you get attacked, the person that attacks you can choose which one to destroy. So I get attacked by 3 people, and they choose to destroy my highest number of cards. I think I was able to defend the first guy, and then I used my defense, so the other 2 are like, boom, slap me in the face for like 11 of my 40 points or something. And I ended up, I don't even know what place I got. I know I should have won, but I think I got 3rd. If I got last, I'd be even more mad. But yeah, that getting attacked at the end was terrible. Because that's the same reason why I don't like Munchkin or any other games like that. Like, it punishes you for winning too much. I like catch-up mechanisms, like Heat. Heat has a good catch-up mechanism. Alright, you can get a free cooldown and go 1 extra space if you're in the last. That's not bad. But punishing people for leading, being like, oh, you're under attack by everybody because you're winning, and it's easy for you to go back to last place. I don't like that in games. I don't know, you guys can let me know if you agree with that. But that is my number 5, Imperial Settlers. My number 4, I would say, is a kid's game, so it's not really fair, but it's rated highly on BoardGameGeek, so I picked it anyway. I think it's in the top 400. It must be 300 something, if I'm not mistaken. But this is King Domino. And King Domino, to me, is just boring. Like, that's all I gotta say. You pick from a thing, and then you put it on your board. It feels like a kid's version of Patchwork, but Patchwork is actually fun because you got all these different Tetris type things. King Domino seems almost too lucky, because if you pick the last one just because you had to, you might have a really good pick to go first next turn. I don't know. It just seems too lucky. So it's an average game for me. I just don't want to play it again, but I guess I could, especially with kids. I can play it, but that's my number 4, King Domino. All right, my number 3, I would argue, is probably not even a game, but it is highly liked, and I did have fun doing it, but I had fun doing it, and I don't have to ever do it again, because why? And that is Micro Macro Crime City. I think I won the spiel in 21, but man, this game is not really a game, and it's cooperative. It's basically cooperative solitaire, which I don't like. If I want to play a cooperative game, I want my abilities, you got your abilities, and we work together, not we all act as a two-headed one person. That's boring to me, and that's how that game feels. And how do I explain this? The board, it has to be black and white just to be harder to find the Where's Waldo type of stuff, but it's a freaking piece of paper. It's just a giant poster board. I think the game's way too expensive for what it comes with component-wise, because if I'm not mistaken, it's like $20 or $30 game. You can make this game printing it on a piece of paper and taping pieces of paper together, and you have it. So, yeah. Components weren't very good either, but I don't know. I would have rather had a board than a piece of paper. Like, that's just cheap. But yeah, that's my number 3, Micro Macro Crime City. Alright, my number 2 is a game a lot of people like, and people tell me that this game's better than another game I'm going to compare it to, but it definitely killed it off, and this is Calico. Calico, you're tile drafting and placing them into certain ways. You're like knitting a quilt, I guess, and then cats are jumping on it, and it starts off, you're like, ooh, I can try to do this and this and this. And by the end of it, you're like, well, I can't do anything, so I'll just grab this tile. I can't do anything, so I'll grab this tile. The last, like, 3 turns, and I hate that so much. Like, punches you in the face for playing the game. That's how I feel like. If you want to play a tile drafting game, I love Cascadia. Cascadia is just so much better. And guess what? It doesn't punish you. You feel the same the whole time. Well, kind of. I mean, on the last turn, you're like, oh crap, this is my last turn. I have to make it worth it. But you can still score points. Calico, you cannot score points on your last turn unless you're lucky. And it's just gross. I mean, I gave it a second chance. I won the game, and I still didn't like it. I give it a 6 out of 10, though, because it still has some fun parts. But I don't really want to play it anymore, especially with Cascadia. So that's my number 2, Calico. All right, now this one has a big fan base. My number 1 has a big fan base. The way I did this countdown was from the highest or the lowest rated games, and number 1 is going to be the highest rated game on BGG. And I'm pretty sure this is in the top 50, and it has a huge fan base. It's extremely expensive because if you get into it, buying the regular game for 150 bucks, you're going to want to buy expansions, and every expansion's like probably $100 or something because it's a big game. This is like semi-cooperative, and I'm going to tell you how my games went with this game. But anyway, this is Nemesis, which is like Alien, the board game. You guys are on a ship being attacked by aliens, and you're trying to survive. But that's not all. You have 2 goals. Do you want to survive together, or do you want to survive on your own? And you pick one. You choose to be a traitor on a game where everybody wants to be the traitor because it's cool. It's cooler to win by yourself than it is to win as a team when you have the choice. So there's not much teamwork a lot of the time, or if there is, you're going to backstab the people and feel bad about it like I did. But also, it's player elimination. And it's long player elimination. This is like, I'm talking this game could take 2 to 3 hours, and you can die on the first turn. You actually can. And I died, my learning experience of this game was like 6 or 7 players. I used expansions and stuff. And it was way too long between turns. Well, guess what? Somebody draws an alien out, and I walk out and die on turn 2. So the queen alien was drawn. I can't remember if I did it or somebody else. Maybe it was me. But anyway, all I remember is I was like, well, that was fun. I'm done. I'm glad I can leave because it takes way too long between turns when you're playing with a high player count. But I think it's going to be more fun at a high player count, so you're fighting with that. And then on top of that, it's just player elimination early on. I don't want to be out and sit there and watch other people possibly cooperate, but then maybe not. I don't know. I just don't like the game. I give it a 5 out of 10. It's average, slightly boring to me. Anyway, that is my number 1 game I do not want to play again, Nemesis. Make sure you smash the like button. Let me know right now in the comments, what game do you not want to play again? That's a good game. I'm sure there's plenty. I want to know, guys. You guys are not commenting enough. Also, like, most of the people that watch this are not subscribed. So ring the bell, subscribe so you don't miss any other top 10 lists. Give me suggestions of what else you want to see. Tomorrow should be a video of me and Janella giving our top 10 lists on every home should have board games. So that one's going to be fun. We just haven't had time to record that, so I've been trying to give you filler stuff for now. But that's going to be a good one, I think. That was a hard list to make. This one was easy for me to make. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.